right. What's up? What's up? What's up, people? It's your boy Just Lando with my main peoples, my co-hostesses,
Marlon. And this episode of the podcast is sponsored by Obey. Nah, that's not my new thing. That's my Obey.
I didn't see that coming at all, famo.
Listen.
Hey, I'm dead. I'm dead. I thought I was gonna do something because I'm back with my Mac grader.
I'm not about to play with either one of y'all. First of all, him and the Obey, you and the Mac Drizzle Day. I'm over both of y'all today.
You know what I'm saying?
What up, y'all? It's your girl Crystal, Miss Coco. I'm just me today. I ain't sponsoring nobody.
Mac Drizzle go. This shit go hard, bro. But anyway, this is the Greenbox Convos, It's the show where we do a little this and that or this, bring you guys the past headlines, try to keep you guys up to date as much as we can, and we just, we vibing out here. And with that, everybody, how you been? Catch me up with you.
Everything's been swell. Yeah, that too.
Listen, these allergies, the spring, pre-summer, whatever it is, I'm over it.
You ain't got no
Zyrtec? Huh?
You ain't got no Zyrtec?
Zyrtec? No, I got Benadryl.
That put you to sleep. That's why I don't take Benadryl.
Oh, it's in my system. It's kicking in soon.
Oh, Lord.
Count down to Crystal being like this.
Yeah, we're going to speed this thing up.
Right? She gonna be looking like she on heroin, y'all, but she says she on Benadryl.
It's Benadryl, I promise. I don't do no extra stuff. No, thank you.
Right. Mr. Marlon, how you living, brother?
I'm doing swell. We here. What can I say?
Yeah.
We alive and well.
Right on.
How about you?
Thank you for asking. Man, hey, look, I'm surviving. You understand me? This is my broke period of the year where I just ain't got no money. You know what I mean? Everybody need a little something, some need a little everybody. You know what I mean? And I'm just out here, man. May is real tough around these parts. You know what I mean? But I'm
surviving. Is your birthday this month?
Yes, it is.
Drop your cash app. I ain't sending you shit, but other people might.
Oh, yeah. That ain't right, but all right. I'll drop it in the episode. You know what I mean? Y'all can bless your boy or not. I'm not here for that. You know what I mean? But if you feel like a little bit more Mac Drain refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Make your boy all right. And with that, Marlon, let's hit him with these headlines, G.
Cool. First up, after 5 long years, Kendrick Lamar finally dropped another album titled Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Big event, a lot of talks. What are you guys thinking about the album? Have you been able to hear it?
I'm Mr. Morale, and these is the Big Steppers. You understand me? I'm Mr. Morale. I actually did enjoy it because I enjoyed it from his artistic vision's view, if that makes sense. He was doing this shit as Kendrick has some shit to say. And I took it from I think, what was it, the first song or the second song, where he was like, I had writer's block the last 2 years, so fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and just get shit out, you know what I mean? And that's what he did. It's like an hour-long therapy session, and I liked it.
I hear it.
I have not listened to it yet.
Okay.
Kind of curious. It's been 5 years. That's a long time to not put anything out.
Oh yeah.
Kind of want to see how it does. But hopefully it does good. He makes really good music and good music for the culture. So I hope that the time that he took away from this puts in like more content into it and makes it something, that's a hit for everybody in our times right now.
I think for this one, obviously it's a little bit more personal than the other ones, more reflective. From his typical albums, like you still kind of get that, but like I think the inspiration truly drew from what he was going through, because he's really kind of picking himself apart and like kind of laying out his life a little bit right now or over the past 10 years or so as a rap star and all that. There was some controversy.
Yeah.
There's a song titled Auntie Diaries in which he's talking about his transgender now uncle, transitioning when he was a kid, and talking about his cousin who transitioned into a woman. And some people didn't like the use of the F word, because he used it within that song. And he also, I guess what they call dead named his uncle and cousin by using their old names, and he misgendered them. But like in the context of the song, he's kind of like laying it out like he's speaking in the past. So he's referring to like his uncle as his aunt, and
his past. Yeah.
Yeah, but some people, they just weren't feeling that, especially the usage of the F word, and it got Twitter really buzzing.
But if you listen to the song all the way, there's a reason why he's doing that. And I mean, they have to understand he's putting into context why he was saying it. You know what I mean? And when at the end of the song, it's like, oh, okay, literally there's a whole bar of why he's saying it and why it's not okay. And he's trying to get everybody to understand, like, drop that shit. You know what I mean? If mom should no longer be said unless, you know what I mean? The final two words of that shit.
I think people, obviously, especially queer people, they're kind of split, because I've seen people really like hit them for it, but like also I've seen a lot of people supportive of them, even though the presentation might be imperfect. They're just happy a major like hetero rap star, especially one as big as him, is even like putting out an accepting like message out there on behalf of their community. Yeah, but like some people, they're just they're stuck on, oh, he did this, this, and this. And I mean, I think that's well within their right, but like also I think art is complicated. You know what I mean? Like sometimes artists have to go out there and take the risk. It doesn't necessarily mean they're wrong or right, or they should be applauded for it, but like he took a risk and he wrote a personal song from his perspective of the issue. But in the end, I don't think there was really malice as far as the message behind it, So yeah,
I don't think there's malice intentional at all. And if you could articulate that into a tweet or like some type of a message out to those people, because all they do is read tweets. I doubt the people who are mad at the song even listen to it, because you can't be mad at the song if you listen to it. You know what I mean? It's very reflective, like you said. If I was better at articulating shit like that, I'd probably go do it myself, but I'd probably end up getting more flustered trying to explain, you know what I mean?
Like you already have to take Twitter with like a grain of salt, because people get on there to be angry anyway. Right. So I think you will still have to go out and ask real life people, part of that community, what are your thoughts on this? You know what I mean? Because I mean, Twitter's only so many people, and a lot of times people are just nitpicking and overreacting anyway. But like, I mean, I don't have a problem at all with anybody's responses. I could understand why people would be mad at it, but like at the same time, for me, just looking from the outside, like the context he used everything, it was for the greater purpose of getting his message across, imperfect or not,
Facts. But overall, I wouldn't put this as Kendrick's best album. Obviously, it's like, it's a very personal work of art. So for him, I applaud that shit to put all that, because a lot of people would never, you know what I mean? They'll just go to their grave with all that shit that he put out there, you know what I mean? But he was able to put it out there, make it wonderful for himself. It was a good listen. It's something that you probably like won't hear in a club, obviously, but but it's definitely a good music, but definitely not his best overall album to me.
I just view like it's art, man. Like he's an artist. Like I don't really even judge him the same as I would like any other rapper or lyricist. Like he's on some different stuff. So like I think like you just gotta appreciate every project for what it is. Cause he's
Right.
obviously put a lot of, vision into it. So I mean, is it his best? No, but I mean, I think it adds positively to his legacy.
Very
Yeah.
much so. It's not
Yeah.
a bad album. It's just not his best. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I just realized this is actually going to be his last album on TDE. So it kind of makes sense that it's more like a farewell album to TDE before he goes to pursue his own shit on his own label.
Yeah.
So that, in that regard, I respect it even more now. So for sure.
Definitely. All right. Next up, your boy Young Thug, Gunna, and the YSL crew just got popped. Got some RICO charges thrown at him, up to like 58 different charges. Because I guess apparently the state level, they were investigating them for 10 years and they collected all the evidence. They got wiretaps, they got everything. So, and they got a couple of murders connected to them somehow. What do y'all think? Y'all think they're gonna be able to stick, or what's happening? Is Young Thug gonna get out at least? Is Gunna gonna get out? Like they're the two most famous defendants. Woo.
They're doing some time. We're
They got the
in a
goal.
society to where I feel like for so long you've seen like a lot of celebrities with stuff that be getting off, that now any chance that they get, they're making examples of that.
Yeah.
When it comes down to things, and it don't ever necessarily be that necessary for it, but we also got a lot of these rappers that come from like more hood like places, and they're involved in hood like activities, and they become popular, and then of course like you the big name on there, so your name pops up, like what you gonna do, and I feel like it kind of sucks a little bit, but then at the same time it's like you got to take responsibility for whatever actions or whatever involvement you had in there, especially with the charges that they're getting. It's like a lot of different things, especially like leading up to murder and stuff. Like I feel like if it's something that serious to where you had a hand in taking the life of somebody, then yeah, what you get is what you get, hopefully if they had no involvement in that or nothing that led to it, people are just kind of using their name for hype on it, like at this point I don't believe it will be that, because I don't feel like you'd have been arrested if it was just something off of that. They got to have something to tie you into this, because I mean the justice system is not like perfect, but I feel like they had to have some type of concrete something to pull you into this at all.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna do some time a little bit. They may not get as much time as they're probably gonna go in wanting for them, but they're gonna do some time for a little bit, I think, just for lesson.
They don't bring these type of charges unless they got a little something.
Evidence.
Yeah, they got something. Who going to jail though? That's who gonna do that time.
Somebody.
The feds don't throw a RICO on you unless they got all of their ducks in a row. The feds are 95% with their conviction rates, especially in RICO cases.
Let me stop. Can I jump in? From what I understand, it's still state level. It's not necessarily federal just yet, but still, RICO charges. Yeah.
On a murder charge, that's goes automatically to the feds, don't it?
That's what they're saying. It's state level still. So technically, it's.
I mean,
but hey,
here's what I know for sure. These dumb niggas did not listen to nobody from the Southeast here, because you would know, keep your damn crimes out your damn lyrics.
Yeah, they using lyrics.
Here had to learn that the hard way. You understand me? Shout out to them dudes. I ain't gonna put no names out there because that's their business, not mine. But niggas was out there throwing, they lyrics, niggas getting arrested. That the lawyer down there, the district attorney at the time, let me show you this song right here, Your Honor. I'm like, yo, I mean? He over there, they over there playing the bangers, the hood bangers. You know what I mean? And locking niggas up over lyrics. Niggas are still sitting down over lyrics. You know what I mean? So fuck, man. The RICO is nothing to play with. Like I said, 95% conviction rate. They don't fuck around. They put 10 years worth of time, energy, effort. You're gone. You're gone. Whatever they say you got to do, you probably gonna do that because you're gone. That's 10 years, my dude. 2012. Do you remember what you was doing in 2012, Crystal?
Well, it can be more though, because they've just been
College,
investigating.
working 2 jobs.
They just been investigating them for 10 years. That's not the time that they can get. It could be.
No. I'm saying that's how long they've been investigating them.
Oh yeah,
they put
yeah.
all that 10 years into this case.
Yeah.
And then let's throw it in there. A YSL rapper, Lil Key, he pops up dead. You know what I mean? He got shot up or what have you. I don't know all the details. I just know a little bit. I just know he ain't here. Rest in peace, Lil Key. But he was YSL. Now they're gonna be investigating that very heavily. Was this something to keep him quiet? Does he know something?
Mm-hmm.
Is this something random, coincidental? Is what I mean? What's the deal? Why come when the RICO come out, a YSL member that they were looking at as well pop up dead? You know what I mean?
Mm.
And then you got to factor in like 50-something people got arrested.
Yeah.
Some of them ain't gonna want to serve no time, so they gonna flip on somebody.
They gonna sing.
And they ain't flipping on bottom feeders,
right?
They flipping on people up
top.
You don't get time knocked off for bottoms.
Yeah, they don't give deals for a motherfucker that's on your level.
A peon. Yeah, we need something better.
Right. So here's the thing, man. I was watching one of the press conferences about it, and one of the reporters was like, "Why didn't we hear Jack Harlow's name?" That threw me off. I'm like, Jack Harlow? Let me find out he the kingpin in this motherfucker, man. Jack Harlow running around with YSL folk. Something ain't right, man. Something ain't right.
Look, I don't like to judge, especially when it comes, you got to consider it. But Jack Harlow ain't doing shit. Jack Harlow ain't in the streets, dog. Like, let's be real.
Let's be real. Little Jack busting grapes.
Jack,
I'm just saying, like when I heard the reporter say, "Why didn't we hear his name?" I was like, "What the fuck, Jack Harlow? He the kingpin out here?"
He probably like they was doing all that shit.
He could be the brains behind some stuff. You never know.
He's smart.
He could be. I mean,
ain't gotta get your hands dirty. You just gotta know
he was down there in Miami, man. He had them connections. You never know.
That'd be a plot twist like a motherfucker. Like he's the boss. Like y'all better not snitch.
Hell yeah, that'd be a plot twist. And be just like right. Get that man. Out there serving up these dope. Get that thug off the street.
Listen, they do it.
Moral of the story.
Hopefully, whatever they dig into this and whatever happens. I wish the best for everybody in it, though.
For sure.
You got to get out of them streets, especially if you make it and be something successful. Like that should only pull you back and hold you back. Shit. But we'll see, man.
I mean, they have all the examples available to them. I mean, Michi sitting down right now. Larry Hoover sitting down right now. Nicky Barnes had to change his whole motherfucking face up and move out of his damn hometown. He can't see me seen.
The hip hop police of the 2000s, like this shit ain't new. Like, so it's just it's crazy.
Yeah. I don't understand why they ain't learning from the past people who got RICOs thrown on ass. Them shits are not fun. They're not fun to fight. You don't look cool fighting them. You don't earn no respect fighting them because everybody who got off the RICO ratted. Each and every, if you got hit with a RICO and you are out or you beat it, you ratted and it's documented. They don't give a fuck about you.
I don't wish time on nobody though, but I mean, hopefully it ain't true. But I mean, hey, if it is, then you gotta face the music. It is what it is. All right. All right, next up, Dave Chappelle got attacked or performing stand-up at the Hollywood Bowl during the Netflix festival. The assailant jumped the stage, tackled him, and then proceeded to get his ass whooped by A-list Celebrities.
Go backwards.
What are y'all thoughts? Like, this is like only a month or so after the Will Smith thing. Like,
Yeah.
are live performers at risk of this happening? Like, what's good?
We
I
talked
don't
about that too,
believe-
our last episode.
I don't believe it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be mass hysteria with it. Like, oh my God, every time you go to a live show, somebody's expected to, go up in a song. I don't think that's the case. I think he just took advantage of a moment where he knew nobody else was going to do it. You know what I mean? The dude, first of all, Dave, don't worry about it, brother. If I see dude, I don't give a damn. I'm socking him out on site. LA, find this nigga,
Leave
send me his
that man
location.
alone.
I don't give a fuck. Dave, he's
Leave that man
getting a
alone.
personal one for me. You don't touch the goat. You understand me? You
He
don't
got
touch the
done
goat.
up enough.
He didn't get done up enough. He could see he didn't get done up enough.
His
Shout
arm
out
You see
to,
they put
twisted
that
down
man
the
arm
way.
back on like this?
Yeah, come on.
He got done up enough.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. Shout out to allegedly supporters, Jamie Foxx and Busta Rhymes, you know what I mean, stepping in, putting in dirty work on boy. Allegedly. We don't know for sure. But they was back there. You heard I heard Jon Stewart allegedly got some licks in. I'm talking about the Daily Show Jon Stewart. Who knew that motherfucker was back there throwing hands? Who else? Somebody else, I forget, but some weird names were backstage while Dave was doing
There
his
was a
thing.
lot of people.
Stomping this motherfucker out.
People get
It was a lot.
get it confused, like, because they just know the celebrities.
Right.
A lot of these motherfuckers come from some rough neighborhoods. Like, they had to fight their way to that. Like, don't get it fucked up. Like, you don't get fucked up by Jamie Foxx and Busta Rhymes. It was your pal.
And Jamie Foxx been training to play Mike Tyson. The fuck? He definitely got hit some hands on him. You know what I mean? So, yeah, shout out to those guys for, handling Dave's lightweight for him. So he can, and the show went on. And from what I hear, it was lovely. Chris Rock was there and he made a little, took a little shot at Will. You know what I mean? That's understandable. Understandable. I can understand that. It as long as Dave is safe, I'm happy. That was my thing. You don't touch the goat, bro. You don't do that. That's the whole reason I'm in comedy is Dave. So you don't do that. Crystal?
I definitely feel like this is about to become a momentary thing. It's just, I just feel like we're in that time to where it's like monkey see, monkey do for stuff. And I mean, I hope not, because after the way that man got done up, I would like to think that when people are like, maybe I shouldn't, but it just seems like we've slowly started migrating into this time of where comedians don't got free speech no more. Like back in the day, like y'all could say whatever y'all wanted and it was just like hilarious, it was fun and games, kicks and giggles, whatever. But these days, people are like not okay with that, to where it's like they're getting to a point where people are really coming up on stage, they're really trying, like you're hearing more and more cases of this happening. Mm-hmm. You got the Will Smith one, you got the one with Dave Chappelle, there's one with DC Young Fly, there's like the one, I think T.I. was like, he didn't physically do anything to the lady, but he definitely like stopped her show, took her mic and everything. Like it's starting to happen,
Yeah, she was
it's becoming a thing. She was. Listen, he trying to be a comedian now, so it's free game. Like you in the limelight, like it's free game. Like stop. But it's coming to a point where people are like stopping comedy shows to either prove a point, get some attention, or try to check someone. And it's getting ridiculous. So I definitely feel like momentarily it's about to become a thing, and I feel like they should beef up security on comedy shows. Like it's not okay. So I think him getting what he got, he deserved to get thumped up. Okay, he deserved for the arm to get snatched off and taped back on backwards. Like he just needed to happen, because it's getting ridiculous at this point. Like I don't get it. And the thing that really upset me was the fact that not only did he run up on stage, dude had like a gun with a knife that could eject out of it coming in. Like,
yeah, how'd he get in?
Did y'all not search people coming into buildings no more? Like that's my thing. Like where is that first action of security, you know, when it comes to stuff like this. Like at this point, I feel like with all these shootings and things that are happening, the first step of any big gathering needs to be people getting checked and searched. Like it's beyond me that he was even able to get past with this stuff.
Yeah.
Like let alone like, because had he been able to get that out on stage and actually do damage, like it's just like who would have been looking at, you know, the people that put on the show because you let this person in. And it's like, I don't think we're taking people's safety serious enough these days in these events. Like, and it needs to be more accountability on like these locations. Like as a comedian, I'm not me personally, but like as a comedian, I would be like, as Dave, like, I'm gonna need security. I'm gonna need y'all to check me before they come in. Like that just would be my piece of like my piece of safety just in that myself. Like everybody been searched. Can't nobody shoot this place up. Like concerts getting shot up. Like it's just so much stuff that's happening. Like I feel like we have to take into more account like the safety of the humans. Like, and that was one of them situations that could have been avoided. At least him having a weapon. You may not have been able to avoid him running up on stage, but at least him having a weapon could have been avoided.
Yeah.
I thought security was like right there. Like, what the fuck? I thought security covers the whole front row, bro. Like, what the fuck?
You would think,
whoever that was,
right?
hey,
No.
whoever the person was right there,
Fired.
you are definitely losing your job, bro.
I hope so. They should have got beat up too.
Hell yeah.
Run up,
Marlon, your thoughts, brother.
Run up, get done up. You know what I mean?
Hello.
As you should.
He had to be close. So that means he probably spent like close to $1,000 for that ticket just to get a broken arm and, you know, some shit. Like, let's do that goofy shit. Like, it's like, bro, really? Like, what's with people? I can see you had a free ticket to it and you want to do some stupid shit. I mean, I don't agree with it, but you spent all that money just to get in there, just to get close enough to do that. And then you got your ass beat. Like, and for what? Now you caught a charge. Like, it's just dumb. Like, I don't get this whole clout chasing society, you know? Because that's all it was. Like, you just trying to get your attention, and you got it like an idiot. But now we forgot about it. But your arm is still fucked up, and you still got those charges pending. Like, it's like, for what?
That part right there. For what? Don't touch Dave, bro. I get real defensive when it comes to Dave. Again,
don't ever come to a comedy show or, you know, a performance if you can't control yourself.
Yeah.
You know what it is. I
know if it was something against Dave or just him wanting attention. Like, I really wonder if it was something to
attention.
it.
I don't.
Apparently,
he had to go at the headliner. That's where you're going to get the most attention. If it were somebody else who was there, I don't think it would have gotten as much attention.
Apparently, Chappelle talked to him before they took him away, and he said some bullshit about his grandma got evicted from her Inglewood apartment or home or whatever, and he felt some kind of way because Dave was involved with that real estate deal in his state. And so, you know, he tried to draw a conclusion there. It's like, no, you were just a fucking idiot. That's what it comes down to.
I mean, gentrification is real. I won't doubt him that, but hey, man, that's not the place where you can fight it, bro. That's definitely the place to fight it.
He don't live in LA. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
right? Shit, he ain't got nothing to do with your grandma getting put out.
Yeah.
Me, I can't with people. I don't recommend violence, but he chose violence that day, so he got what he chose.
Okay.
Yeah, because people thinking, oh, they're gonna get that Will Smith treatment. Like, nah, you gonna get that treatment. You keep running up to these damn stages.
And they said this. Like, you cannot think that every comedian is the same. Like, you can't do that. Like, it might have worked with him. It might work with Seinfeld, but it's not about to work with Dave Chappelle. It ain't about to work with Kevin Hart, Chris. Like, it's not about to work with certain people. Like, you just can't do that.
Y'all like this. Dave used to be stick skinny on the show, quote unquote, right? Like, he was a really small guy. And then when he came back to the spotlight, if you will, homeboy was yoked up. You thought he did that just for his health? Motherfucker been ready for some ass whoopers to deal out, bruh. That he ain't fucking around. Homeboy came back damn near 200 pounds, but I think he was like at 180 or some shit, 190, some shit like that. Coming up
Yeah, got
from
big.
when he was like bird chested. He ain't bird chest no more. Dave went and got yoked up for a reason. And that right there was the reason. He ain't stupid.
Yeah.
Let's
I
be
love how
real.
everybody bonded around him to like protect him, you know, like
Exactly.
we need more of that in our society, you know,
Yeah.
like because it's crazy. Like if you look at how people banded around Chris Rock, or not Chris Rock, but Dave Chappelle versus how it went around the Chris Rock situation, it was weird because
And they
people,
crucified Will Smith.
well, no.
After the fact,
If
he
you-
stayed at the
if-
show.
He stayed at the show, and if you see the clips, you see Denzel, you see Tyler Perry, and you see some other people trying to console Will and not really caring about the fact that Chris Rock just got slapped.
Yeah.
Like you console the attacker. Like that to
Mhm.
me, like, and I love the men that did that. And I understand their mindset and wanting to do that, but you console the attacker and nobody stopped to check on and see how the person that was attacked felt. And in this situation, they whooped the ass of the attacker. So we need more of that happening. You know, we need more of the protection of our people happening. I get that they wanted to protect Will. It wasn't okay for him to do, but fuck that. He slapped the man on national TV. You know, like,
I mean,
no, like
Chris Rock said it to himself best. Everybody hates Chris. I mean,
listen,
what can you
you're gonna
say?
have to pay
He
Chris
already
now.
he made a show where they hate him. Like, you know what I mean? All the bad luck happens to Chris. It happens.
True, but it's like you would have thought that somebody would have reached out and said, "Hey, you okay?" or something to him in that moment, went and checked on him too, not just
We don't know
Will.
that they did.
And they could have. We didn't see that. We don't know. But you see all the other stuff. So it was nice to actually see people like coming up and protecting our own. Like we don't, I feel like we don't really see enough of that. And people can try to spin it, oh, Will Smith was protecting his own, like that, not like that. This one was a good way of seeing everybody kind of bond together and protecting our own. Because you never know what that could have turned into with that man running up the stage with Dave Chappelle. Like you just don't know.
Facts. Big facts.
All right. Next headline. Famed YouTuber, lifestyle coach, and some would say misogynist, Kevin Samuels passed away recently, unexpectedly from a cardiac arrest. What are y'all thoughts on Kevin Samuels dying, and what do you think his legacy is going to ultimately be?
I
right?
believe that Kevin made people face themselves. And what I mean by that is the people who don't look in the mirror and have that conversation with themselves to see what's really up with them, he forced them to look at themselves by just articulating why, what's wrong with them, quote unquote, right? Because nothing's really actually wrong with people. People just have different situations. But when they're calling into his show and trying to, I forget the word, when they're trying to figure out what is up with them, if you will, he puts it right in front of you, and but he does it in a way that's obnoxious, so it makes you pissed off. But at the same time, it's the flat truth. You know what I mean? It's like the way he makes you face yourself sucks. However, you have the option to face yourself in the mirror and just have that conversation with yourself. But you went on Kevin Samuels' show and got told to face yourself, and this is what he presented to you. All of it was true, though. Every last bit details. It's as opinionated as it is. It is. You know what I mean? When he told old boy, who was only what? He said he was like, I'm 5'5", 5'6". Okay. And how much do you weigh? 280, 285 on a good day or some shit like that? So he was a big dude. He called him a fat fuck, but he was a big dude. Like 285 on a 5'6", 5'7" frame. That's a lot of girth. That's a lot of heft. You know what I mean? And he made him face himself, and dude got mad, but it is what it is. Kevin didn't make you 5'5" and 280, right? He just asked, and you answered. So, facing yourself is all he made people do. And the way they celebrated this man passing away is disgusting. I don't celebrate death like that.
Yeah,
somebody-
there was mostly women, particularly
course.
Black women on Twitter that kind of they weren't being too kind about it. They were kind of letting it be known how they felt, and it makes you think like, what was his legacy? Because if it ended up being you pushing negativity, maybe this is what you reap, pushing
Mhm.
negativity in life. I'm just saying, not necessarily saying I think he's negative or not, but like that's what the general point seemed like.
Well, negativity is opinionistic. It's
I've
go for it.
seen a couple of his things, and I couldn't watch it because it's very infuriating to hear certain things. Like there's a certain way you can tell people about themselves without it being very negative or misogynistic, or you just looking like a fucking asshole in how you talk to people. And for me, like if you're trying to do something positive, you do it in a certain way that speaks to the people you're speaking to. Like you already get the women or Black women are like angry Black woman, but it's like you talk to them in a way that's kind of like belittling to them, to where you're about to get a reaction out of them. So I wouldn't celebrate nobody's death, but if he became famous on making people feel like they were very minute, then I could see why people would feel the way they feel about it. Like it's a fine line between just being truthful and being hurtful.
Mhm.
Like some people say behind every JK, there's a little seriousness to that. And I fully believe that, behind every joke or every jab or something you're trying to be nice about, like you can be very vindictive in how you're doing it. And from the stuff that I've seen of him, I've seen that very vindictive way of being. And then you get more men that feel like on a regular basis they can talk to people this way or talk to women this way.
Mhm.
And it becomes very toxic. So again, I don't celebrate nobody's death like that. Hopefully he's resting in peace. But as far as a legacy, like what legacy?
Mm.
Hurting people to try to be truthful, like you still hurt people along the way. Like there are people who your words probably still hurt them to this day, but we want to have people be positive about the fact that you passed away. Like that can't always happen. Like you may forget what somebody said to you, you may forget what somebody did to you, but you will never forget how somebody made you feel. And I feel like his words, his legacy it's probably more tainted than it is positive at this point. But
At this
rest in
point,
peace
yeah.
to him.
But it's like I said, you had an option to have the conversation with yourself in the mirror. The way he does it, it sucks. I'm not going to sugarcoat that at all. He could have been nicer and getting people to, realize themselves, but that wasn't his style. His style was very blunt. It was very straightforward. And a lot of times when you go that route, you're not going to get a positive reaction out of people because he didn't bullshit people. There's no time to bullshit these people who are calling into his show, right? You had another option. Stop watching his show. Stop calling into his show. That was your other option. But you chose to call in. You chose to have the conversation. And as you're giving up details about yourself, you're hopefully being honest. But if you aren't, that's on YouTube. And all he can do, because he's never seen you, right? So all he can do is give you his opinion off of what you give him. So if all you're giving him is quote unquote the truth, and he reflects that back in an asshole way, well shit, you shouldn't have told him the truth, or you shouldn't have called in, or you shouldn't have watched the show or something. That's all you can really do. His money was made off of other people. He wasn't making money off of himself. He didn't have anything to make off of himself, right? He could only make money off of other people. And if you kill that by not watching the show or not calling in, then he ain't making no money, and we don't have this situation where you're happy that he's dead because he ain't never said nothing. But here we go when he's notice I used the male scenario before. The female scenario that stands out the most to me when he was speaking to this one lady who defined herself as a boss, a diva, a queen, shit like that. He just asked quietly, what other race of women define themselves like that? What other race of women define themselves as a queen or a diva or a boss and shit like that? And the lady just started stuttering worse than she was lying when she got caught cheating or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's a simple question that you provide to him, or the answers that you provide to him, and you have to come up with that shit. But if you just take the time, go stand in that mirror and have the conversation with yourself. Get real with yourself. You don't need Kevin. You know what I mean? All you need is you. All you need is Crystal. All you need is Marlon. All I need is me. You feel me? And shit gets better that way, but motherfuckers need validation from third parties, and I never understood it.
I think his legacy is going to be complicated because there's that side. I don't think he was 100% right about everything, because he definitely wasn't. There's that side where his ultimate message was, you need to be realistic, because I think nowadays, I think we're comforted, and we've been made to believe that, oh, it's gonna be all right. Like, you're good, girl, or you know what, or you got it, man. No, like you need to be realistic with yourself. That I kind of do agree, even though it was harsh. And I understand that a lot of it was just for entertainment value. The message is be realistic. Like, I think everybody should be realistic with themselves. He said some shit that could apply to me that I was like, damn, that sting, but I guess he kind of has a point a little bit. But then there's that problematic side where you're kind of jabbing at Black women, like women, but Black women specifically. You're kind of jabbing and making like little
100%.
generalizations and shit. I can't agree with that. Like, you can't compare a sample size of women and then also the crazy women that actually decided to call in and play games with you to like the whole population of Black women. And that's why I kind of understood why the backlash of his death, but like it was just like it seemed pretty toxic, but like, man, it just goes to show you that words do hurt. I just hope that like people kind of get something out of it, like because he wasn't really saying anything that society hasn't been saying for years, and some of it could be considered misogyny. It is what it is. But yeah, like people, I think the thing I took most from him was, yeah, just be realistic. You have to be realistic. This is what you are. I mean, not necessarily worth-wise, but like, I mean, because only you could define your worth, but like you have to, sometimes you're not ready for certain blessings. And you got to be real with yourself and admit that. And you got to work towards that. So that's what I try to take from it. I don't think it's gonna be positive, but I mean, he touched a lot of people, whether it was positively or negatively. So we'll just leave it at that.
Well said. Well said.
All right. And then lastly, Jesse Williams went viral last week, had his damn schlong out on Twitter because he was performing in a Broadway play. Somebody snuck a phone in and obviously had a front row seat because apparently they got his shit in HD TV.
Caught in 4K.
4K. Let's talk about it, because when I hear about this, and I saw a lot of women celebrating, obviously, you know, you like to see celebrities, you know, I guess naked. I mean, because like, let's be real, many celebrity women have had their phones hacked, which is fucked up, and
Right.
those photos leaked, and everybody's consuming them. But then now it's a guy. Obviously, all the women gonna consume it. Every gay men out there, you know, they're gonna consume it. However, it feels weird to me because somebody brought up consent, and it's like it kind of it feels weird. It's like what are your thoughts on the photos leaking and consent wise? Like what are we doing? Like,
Look, man, a woman's phone gets hacked, the photos leak out. Oh my God, freak out, freak out, freak out. Somebody stop it. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed, right? Cool. The same woman, let's say her phone didn't get hacked, but she's some type of person who models and she does news or whatever, and they go out. That's cool too. Jesse was on a Broadway play where his phones are supposed to be nowhere near him. That's technically a breach of his privacy. He's going out there, putting himself out there. People paid to see it. Okay, they can see it because they did that. That's contractually obligated. However, the people who didn't pay to see that, everybody on Twitter, they just getting the free show. And he's like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed, sort of, kind of, not really, because, I've been doing it, but still.
that's kind of slippery slope, because if you hack a female celebrity's phone, she wasn't meaning for anybody to see that but her man or her woman or whoever. Like, Jesse, even though, yes, it was supposed to only be intended for the people to see the performance, you kind of put it out there. So, I mean, it kind of runs a risk. It's not the same. Like, he wasn't shooting that for his girl. Like, there was going to be at least people seeing it. Like, and I understand the consent part where it's like, yeah, he didn't get to decide who else saw outside of that. But it's a real stretch, because one, she wasn't trying to have nobody see that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't trying to get not paid for that shit either. He just hit an audience that got it for the free.
You still booking tickets?
It's probably gonna have them sell out every night now.
Hello, probably
Who
boost your
wants to keep doing
tickets.
that? What if that was the last performance?
That paycheck.
Okay.
Listen, Jesse got a beautiful body. I ain't even gonna lie. That thing look nice.
See, she's
sorry,
a consumer.
sorry, it did.
You didn't pay for it.
But I sure didn't. I mean, I would have been okay with not seeing it, but thank you that I did. I guess it was nice. But I feel like it is definitely a slippery slope within that, because you know what you're doing. You can't control who's paying tickets to come and see the show every night, regardless. So you're clearly okay with people seeing your body parts, whether it's in a controlled or uncontrolled setting. You're okay with a number of people. So it's different from you sending it to one intended person from you doing it to a whole audience, a theater. So you knew people were going to see it. Mm-hmm. So it was like you found comfort in people seeing it. How do you find uncomfortability in people seeing it? Like it's kind of like confusing with it. As far as the consent part, like, yeah, I can definitely see that being a thing, because when you go to these shows or these comedy shows or whatever it is, that tell you no phones, like no phones. I want to say it was Kevin Hart's Irresponsible tour or something like that. And they are like on you about not showing your phones, not having your phones. If they see a light, they put out, they're taking it, like whatever it is. So I definitely get that stance of it and wanting to keep it private, but it wasn't like they were showing like a plot twist to it, You decided to drop draws and they want to get a picture of you dropping set draws. So
question is, since when do motherfuckers go asshole naked in Broadway anyways? We supposed to be out here looking at Stomp and Cat.
What was the point of it?
I'm sure it's happened before. I'm sure it's happened before.
Man, they got the King and I, Stomp, Cats, Brent, A Raisin in the Sun. Ain't nobody going asshole naked in them plays. And then here come Jesse Williams taking the drawers off. That's cool.
How many times have you seen titties though? You know what I mean? Like it's
on Broadway, never.
Come on, man.
But that's where it kind of becomes interesting, because it's okay for us to see a nipple here or there, but it's so like absurd to see a vagina and to see a penis and to see an asshole, but titties could be everywhere.
Wants to see a full frontal, man. Full frontals are banned. You can
Like
see the up
it's
top, but
interesting. Like
everything down below
like
got
we
draws on it for a
comfortable.
reason.
Like we halfway comfortable with seeing titties, but then you halfway not. People breastfeeding have all that flack, but then it's like I don't know. It's so interesting that it will raise so much havoc over this. Like your slong is out there for the world to see. You took your drawers off. You could have put the little hanky pank on, the little banana hammock. You could have put all that stuff on. Okay, you chose to go balls to the walls and show your nutcrackers. So now that we've seen it, like it's just out there.
Do you have any other thesaurus definitions of a dick and balls? Jesus Christ.
I got a couple. You wanted to show the nutcracker. So I mean, it is what it is at this point. Like,
I mean,
we seen
shout
it.
out Jesse, I guess. You out there just raised your followers level.
Jesse gonna sell out anything he do now. People are gonna hope that they see another naked glimpse of him. He gonna sell out in whatever he does now, guaranteed.
Like I think it's fucked up, obviously, because yeah, it was supposed to be for that particular show, and somebody took that away from him and just broadcasted it everywhere. But at the same time, if that was me, I couldn't be too bent out of shape. If I did that, or if I had an OnlyFans and I got my meat out, to a select group of people, I would just assume that, hey, this might potentially leak. So I'm gonna just be good with it. If I'm getting naked with them, I'm most likely gonna, you know what I mean? But but yeah, it is fucked up. I don't think it's quite, the hacking of the phone, but it still falls in line with that consent thing where somebody took away his consent to broadcast that to the world.
Yeah.
So my final question is, was that a bitch move or not?
By the person that leaked it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't right. But I mean, like I said, you run the risk, and I'm not trying to victim blame or nothing, but like when you make a decision like that, you have to factor in the possibility, like, yeah, this might leak, or I mean, obviously they tried to lock up the phones. It should have been locked up, but I would just go in with that mindset, instead of thinking, oh no, it's going to be foolproof and only these people are going to see me nude. Like, it is what it is.
Right. Well, it is what it is, though. For real. Like I said, shout out Jesse. Your follower level on Twitter and whatever social media platforms he's on probably grew 150%. Who knows?
As somebody stated on Twitter, I see why his ex-wife is so mad when they divorced. She obviously wasn't trying to give it up. All right, it's time for some this or that, y'all. This or that. Would you rather get nothing but green traffic lights, or would you rather you would never have to wait in line again, ever, for anything?
It's tempting, man. It's tempting to, go one way or the other, but I got to make a definite decision. Crystal, you go first.
I'm gonna say never wait in line. I love my green lights, but when I'm on the move and I'm moving kind of quick and I need to put on jewelry and need to put on my eyelashes, I need to put on something, like them red lights come in hand. I'm send a little quick text real quick. Them red lights come in hand. So I'd be sometimes wishing for a red light, okay? But I hate waiting in line. Like, you ever been to Food for Less and you waiting in line? Like, that's when I learned I have the least amount of patience. Like, y'all get another register open. Like, I don't like waiting in line. So I definitely like, and then especially like roller coaster rides and lines and stuff like that. No, thank you. I definitely give me no lines. I'll take a red light.
Man, go ahead, Marlon, because I'm gonna get a little bit long-winded. Unfortunately,
I'm gonna take the lines too, because I just imagine, every year you got to go to the DMV. And you know what I mean? You there for a few hours, even if you got an appointment, you still got to wait. Like,
yeah,
I ain't trying to do that shit. Time is money. And plus, if I say, "Oh, you tell your job, I'll be back. I got to do this real quick," you always got that excuse. Like you'll still knock it out in good time, but you got time to chill and waste. You be like, "Oh, it was a long line." You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I want to have no lines. I want to be able to walk up to that concert to get tickets to that concert that everybody wants to go to, and say, "Yeah, here's mine. Let me get my shit. Let's go." You know?
Yeah.
Lights, they don't really bother me all that much. Slow ass drivers do. That's the one. But yeah, I'm taking
Man,
line.
look, I work in Mira Mesa, and on Mira Mesa Boulevard, I'm just trying to get me something to eat and get back to work, man. But them lights, especially when I go to lunch, bro, them fucking lights. Oh my God, I'm talking about there's like between 8 and 10 lights from where I'm trying to get some lunch at to from where I work at, man. And I hit the red light every cotton picking time, baby. Yeah, I'm talking about 30 minutes worth of lights, clackety, clackety, clack, and I'm not bullshitting. By the time I get my food and get back, I probably got 27, 28 minutes to get me. You know what I mean, that's some bullshit.
Let's
And
say you trying to go to In-N-Out. In-N-Out is known for their lines. Nigga, you worried about the lights or the line? Because you gonna wait pretty much your whole lunch in that damn line.
I mean, you're absolutely right. I just had to try to make a case for the lights because the lights do piss me the fuck off. Like I remember one day I was coming back from lunch, and it's supposed to be the good time. I hit every fucking light. I drive fast. I ain't trying to hit my brakes at every block, bro. That shit was annoying as shit. And there's always one motherfucker, you know, you could have just slowed down. I'm right here with you. You left me back at the light. I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker. Like, that shit's irritating. But if I'm being real about everything, lines, absolutely, because check this out, man. You go to the Six Flags or the Disneyland or fuck that. You at the airport trying to fly off. And what happens every time you in that long motherfucking line waiting to board on. But if you the first motherfucker, hey, or even if when we land, I'm gonna be no lines to get off the plane. You know what I mean? No lines to rent the car, to do this, that, and the third. I mean, lights, yeah, they're annoying as shit, but a line is way, way more annoying because people want to talk to you in the line. Like, I don't know you. Don't talk to me. We're just in line. We don't have to have a conversation, especially at the grocery store, like you were saying, motherfucker. Oh, where'd you find that? Go look, bitch. Leave me alone. I got my music on. I ain't ready to listen to you. Shit, leave me be. Leave me be. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna go with the lines too, but fuck red lights. Them shits are evil. They take too long on Mira Mesa Boulevard. And I said it.
All right, next up.
Oh.
Would you rather be able to get the newest technology before it hit the masses? Or would you rather be able to eat the best food in the world every day?
Oh, we do this one, man. This one's too hard. I could get like the perfect food every day. You understand the bliss. But if you always got the best technology, whoo, that means your shit is convenient as fuck everywhere you go. You know what I mean? That's tough. That's tough.
You say best technology or first?
The newest.
No, the best. The newest.
The newest does not necessarily mean the best.
Exactly.
I don't want the newest. I'm like pipe person, like let it be out for a little bit. Let y'all work out the nooks and crannies and kinks and stuff to it. I don't want it first. I want it like the third batch, you know. Like I don't need the first batch because something about the first batch of stuff with technology, it's always some stuff that could be worked out. I ain't got time for that. Give me the food. I want the food every day, the best food. Like I will take gastric bypasses and staple stomachs. Give me that. I want the food. I feed me. That is the best way to my heart. Men, if y'all want, not men, my man. That's the way to get to my heart. Okay, food. You make me mad. Give me some food. If y'all want to be my friend, give me some food. Like a food. You want some attention? Food.
Like imagine you worked all day, you tired. You know you gotta cook something. you want to eat some good shit, but you got, that boxed hamburger. Like, you ain't trying to eat that shit. Like, somebody was like, here, baby, lay down. Here goes a plate. Like, something about that food that would just like
speak dirty to me. Yes.
Yeah. It just hit different. Like, technology, I mean, you can only do so much. Yeah, you're the first one, but who cares if you're first? You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Like, get the food, man.
Look, man.
Feed me.
You mentioned hamburger helper, and you mentioned it in a negative sense, and I'm only bringing it up because look, y'all niggas gonna stop sleeping on the amazing saviors of the hood.
I understand that.
A very long, I'm talking about a week-long debate about how Tampico, the orange drink, has been a staple of the community, and motherfuckers need to stop sleeping on it, stop disrespecting it. Tampico, hamburger helper, Kraft Blue Box mac and cheese. These are things that help y'all. Don't sleep on it. Don't do that.
I had Same Delight more than I had Tampico though.
Yeah, what?
I had Same Delight more than I had Tampico though.
Okay, so your mom got a couple of extra dollars in her pocket, whatever. We didn't have it. Tampico, you heard me? Yeah, okay, with your vitamin C, D, and B1. Fuck out of here. We had Tampico.
Actually, Same Delight got more sodium and sugar in it than anything. The best is the Minute Maid with the Donald Duck on it. You get all your vitamins in it, I'm just saying.
Man, Tampico had sugar water orange and a thickening agent. That's all it was in there.
The pink one
sugar,
was better
water,
anyway.
Orange and a thickening agent, because when you
the pink one's better.
I mean, your jaws get tight thinking about how thick the damn Tampico was.
In 20 years, they'll be like, "Did you drink Tampico? You might be entitled to a settlement." Like, I'm telling you,
look, Tampico ain't got no commercial. Shelves are fully stocked.
A dope man ain't got a commercial either. I'm just saying.
Look, man, they told me I couldn't sell drugs. I'm about to be Tampico spokesman, man. Look, go get the Tampico, bro. It's there for you. It'll get you through the tough times. Mom's cooked up something that was a little spicy.
Get you on diabetes too. It'll get you diabetes too.
We ain't worry about that. Stop talking negative.
So you rather
this
flex?
Was killing our people, okay? This was killing our people.
Look, Tampico. Look, y'all. Tampico is thicker than the IG model. Come on, y'all. We good out here. We good out here with the Tampico, baby. It was there when nobody else was. When you went to the church social and they had that ice cream with the 7-Up, what they spice it up with? Tampico? Yeah.
Yeah, pineapple juice.
Again, she went to the bougie church or something. I don't know. She wasn't at Maranatha. Yeah.
She went to the mega churches.
I was out Mount Airy and Greater Life Baptist Church.
I ain't see you at no Mount Airy. Nah, you
no Mount Airy. Don't lie.
I went to Mount Airy. I did.
You was with Joel Osteen and all that, boy. You was in that $1 million church.
I used to be asleep.
Negroes,
I used to be asleep. Mount Airy Church lasts too long. I'd be
But yeah, no.
Carry me home.
So you saying you trying to flex on people, and even when you an old man, you trying to hook up them sugar babies like, "Hey girl, I got this iPhone 30. What you trying to do for it?" You know, I see what you trying to do.
Look, bitches to do something for some iPhones.
You know what big bitches do for food?
I ain't trying to fall in love. I ain't trying to fall in love. I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? I'm trying to.
You get more with food.
Exactly.
You might.
It's like, oh, you trying to go
Steak
out?
and lobster dinner.
I got my own chef. They hook it up. Like, fuck going out.
What about
how much money you saving?
You eat dinner with a nigga I'll never fuck. And that bitch was over there eating food all casually and all gingerly.
Okay. You can get her iPhone. She never fuck either. And turn off her location.
It ain't costing you shit. And you didn't have to make it.
No. That's the thing. We never said it didn't cost. We just said you get the best food every time. You know what I mean?
Come on. That's a given. That's a given.
How's that a given?
Come on, bro.
And how's the newest technology not the best then?
Because the newest what makes the best.
Like, come on, man. What's better, the iPhone or the Samsung?
The new Rolls-Royce Wraith come out. That's the newest technology.
What's better, the iPhone or the Galaxy 22?
Galaxy.
That's what some say. Others say
And
other
some would
things.
say iPhone,
You
but
see what I'm
I'm not.
saying?
But I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? So
I'm just saying, bro.
yeah, I'm going with the newest technology. You know what I mean? Because I'm out here stunting. I ain't never gonna get caught lacking with
And
some
you're gonna be
old
the
pants.
only one.
Give me some food.
That's cool. And I'm gonna be out here with my Tampico, my hamburger helper, and my
No
fried
pussy.
bologna sandwiches. Because you know that shit be popping. Hot dogs
Nobody
sliced
want
up in the
that.
middle with a splash of cheese in it. I'm with all that.
Don't nobody
Ghetto,
want
baby.
that.
I'm ghetto. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can. I'm
You
like
by
Trick
yourself
Daddy
having
before
that.
you got all weird. Hey, because I'm a thug.
You ain't
No.
right. Next
Okay.
up, would you rather go through the zombie apocalypse or the robot apocalypse?
Robots are fast. They catch your ass. At least with a zombie, you got a chance of outrunning that nigga. But shit, man.
That's tough.
Yeah, because where you gonna find an EMP at? That's the only thing that'll
Zombies
stop
creep
the
me
robot
out.
apocalypse.
You can hack their system.
Now you know I ain't smart enough to hack no system.
I'm a genius, okay?
There's at least a
You.
possibility of
Exactly.
stopping the robot apocalypse.
Pour some water on it.
Zombies
You
are
know?
just zombies, bruh. Like,
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
not
it
gonna
kills
stop.
from like,
Like,
but where
no.
you gonna find the EMP? You know what I mean? That's the electromagnetic pulse bomb. You know what I mean? So where you gonna find that at? I mean, the government ain't
I
just
need
gonna
that
be
for
like, there you go,
water.
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 Live in
Malfunctioning.
if you live in like an island somewhere, then they can't, you know what I mean, cross water like that, then yeah, I'd do that.
Yep. Zombies are creepy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, they're ugly.
Mhm.
And then they got the slow crawl with the leg and I cannot take them serious. Like, cause then I gotta shoot you. And who has time to waste bullets? Like,
Yep.
I don't wanna do it. That's too much work.
Just dead
I
that
seen The
motherfucker.
Walking Dead and it's very creepy.
Just dead that motherfucker. But with the robots, there's a
Walking
chance
Dead
that,
versus iRobot. I would go with iRobot.
well, the thing
Because
is,
then I can also make them like if I could overpower their system, I can make them do everything I want.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I mean, the thing is, there's a chance to end the robot apocalypse, whereas you could probably survive a really long time in the zombie apocalypse. You know
If
what I
they
mean?
don't
Because they're
bite
so
you,
slow moving and, you know what I mean, shit like that. Assuming they're slow moving and shit like that.
But if there's enough of them, it won't matter because you'll just die.
But you
yeah.
could run.
It don't matter how fast they are. If a bunch of these motherfuckers is in your immediate space, yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You better learn how to move like Barry Sanders. But
A robot ain't gonna bite me.
Yeah.
A zombie will.
But a zombie can also catch your ass because they be on them wheels and they be fast. Or they got some type of
Exactly.
lasers or some shit like that. They can burn your colon out your butt. You know what I mean? So
The robot, nah. I'm gonna have me a husband bot. It's gonna work. I'm gonna have me some baby bots, like a dog bot. We're gonna be chilling, okay? Don't worry about us over here. We're gonna have the smart houses and everything. I can't do that with a zombie.
Like, this
Nah.
baby is white. Who the hell
You
is
think
this?
I'm-
You cheating on me?
You think I'm a zombie touch me? Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'll probably
No.
do the zombie apocalypse just because I feel like I would survive longer versus a robot apocalypse where I have to figure out how to end it.
Boy, them zombies gonna tear you up and eat you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, okay? No.
You could run them
Baby.
over. You could just drive away to where you're far enough away and go settle up some shit. You know what I mean? You could light them on fire. You could live in a place where, you know what I mean, the animals eat the zombies, shit like that. Yeah, there's
Oh,
ways.
you was making up shit now. Okay. Exactly.
I was like, man, you know, if you're in the middle of on the jungle safari, you just go to the part where the lions are like, hey, there's some zombies over there. Let's go get them, and they on their ass, or some hyenas or
So
something.
you think
Vultures?
the lion's not gonna come to you when you are live meat in front of them
Not
with
when they can
good
get
blood
something slower.
You
and
fresh.
good insides?
Yeah, you
You
fresh.
think that they want to go ahead and get the
lions go after the
corroded,
slowest
molded
thing.
stuff?
Lions go after the slowest thing, and them zombies are slow as shit. I'm assuming. So
Would you rather eat a
Listen,
steak?
you ever seen a big zombie? If I see a skinny zombie, that looks like molded old meat to me, okay? Versus some fresh, thick meat. I'm going for the fresh, thick meat. What do you mean?
Yeah. Or would you rather have a steak a couple of days past its expiration date? You gonna get that fresh shit. Ain't nobody trying to eat no
Exactly.
fucked up shit.
Don't eat no zombies.
good
That's
luck
nasty.
ending the robot
Then you
apocalypse.
gonna have
I don't know
then
where
you
y'all
gonna
get
have
that.
zombie lions. You wanna have zombie lions? Cause them bitches is fast.
You know,
They on your ass. You want that?
I'm sticking with the zombies. I can kill them a lot. I play a lot of Call of Duty zombies. You know, I mean, I know the ins and outs. You know what I mean? I got all the guns. You know what I mean? I'm out here with this. What you gonna do? Shoot a robot? Robots can take that bullet and be like, what the fuck is this? You can't shoot.
Pouring water on them. What do you mean?
When that robot's around, I'm gonna be quiet.
Robots are waterproof.
But when it leave, I'm gonna be talking to
No,
you.
they're not waterproof.
Shit, that zombie, he just
I'll
gonna eat
take the
your ass.
robots. They're more, you can more so reason with a robot. You gonna reason with a zombie?
That robot don't want to listen to you. Get your dumb ass out of here, blam, with the damn laser.
So you think the zombie gonna listen to you?
I don't want him listening to me.
I have a chance. I have a chance of the robot listening to me, and at least they're smart. They're intelligent. They're gonna take in what I say. If I speak intelligence to it, like so they're gonna understand it.
Bender from Futurama as your robot, the one you run into, and he gonna help you.
Futurama is lit. So yes, I do. I think we'll be friends. Like, what you mean?
My God, yeah.
We're gonna be chilling.
Nah, so I guess I'm the only one going zombie then, huh?
You dying. Mm-hmm.
R.I.P.
Be with them if you want to. Show love.
I mean, I will see y'all there.
I'll have the robots come get your body.
I'm not gonna make it with them robots. They got heat scanners. You can't hide. You know what I mean? What you gonna do? What you gonna
plan do? Me and the bots gonna plan you a good funeral. We got you.
All right.
They gonna teleport you over to us. They ain't even got to go to where the zombie is. They gonna beam you over to us.
Yeah,
they got the science. They got the science. They gonna have you over there.
Okay.
All right. And lastly, would you rather be with Prime No Limit Records or Prime Cash Money Records?
Whew. Now this is where we get kind of grimy. Ooh. Let's talk about it, shall we? Let's give up some pros and cons before both of them. With Prime No Limit, we talking Master P, C Murder, Silk the Shocker, Mia X, Mr. Magic, Mystical. Who else was out there? Shit. Help me nigga out. I don't feel
Silk.
You said a lot.
That was 6.
Snoop.
Snoop.
We are forgetting somebody very important.
Somebody big.
Yeah.
I said Mia X, yeah?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like there was somebody else too, but
Mystical, Mercedes, Fiend, True, Soulja Slim.
Oh yeah, Soulja Slim, yeah.
Yeah.
Moby Dick, Mac, Snoop Dogg, Big Ed, Romeo, Magic, Sonya, KLC, 504 Boys, Crazy, Young Bleed. Yeah, a lot of them. Currency,
I wouldn't put on that.
You say BG?
Chopper.
There it is. BG.
UGK.
Cash Money. BG is Cash Money.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you got UGK.
We can switch up to Cash Money real quick. We got Birdman, Manny Fresh, BG, Turk, Lil Wayne, Juvenile, Prime Cash Money.
Birdman, Slim, Drake.
Slim to no, that's not Prime Cash Money. That's
so you want to go back? You want to go back?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, Manny Fresh. You got Manny Fresh.
Manny Fresh, Birdman, Juvenile, Wayne, Turk.
You know, Mystical was both actually.
Yeah, but we know him more for his No Limit shit. We don't know him for his Cash Money
Bow
shit.
Wow.
On Cash Money?
A lot of
No, that
people,
was later.
Busta, like a lot of people signed like
Busta.
later on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely
T-Pain.
later. That's
Oh,
later.
you got Trick, Mac 10.
Later.
Mac,
That was later.
I
It was
think
later. Trick,
Mac
maybe.
10 kind of falls in a little bit. Like he caught the tail end
I
of
think
that.
so.
He did one out, but he caught the tail end of it.
Yeah.
I want to include him in there, cool, because we did include Snoop. So
Yeah.
all right, we'll give Mac 10 his due.
All right.
But yeah, man, the hits at the time. Oh my damn! You know, you got the big timers doing they shit. Everybody get your roll on. You know what I mean? You got the Gator Booze with the clip them Gucci. You know what I mean? They got all that. And then on the No Limit side, you got it ain't my fault. Did I
do that?
You got to make them say, oh. You know what I mean? You got all that. We got the about it. You know what I mean? It's a real tough call for me. It's a real tough call for me. Let's just say at the time, New Orleans was running a lot of shit, specifically Magnolia Projects. They was running a lot of shit with Baby and Lil Wayne but Master P doing their motherfucking thing, respectively. If I had to decide this one, I guess we could take it to the longevity and production of future stars, if you will. That's how I could decide this one. Like, we couldn't do it in their prime because they're so almost evenly matched, at least for me. I would have to go outside of that. And as you know, Cash Money got the GOAT and Lil Wayne. They got the future GOAT and Drake. They got
working with some ass shit.
Young
That's all
Thug
I
out
gotta
there.
say.
They put out a lot. They got Nicki Minaj. They got a lot of heavy hits on the Cash Money side.
Yeah.
Whereas the No Limit side,
yeah.
that No Limit side, it kind of tailored off, yo. After Lil Romeo kind of came and went, where did everybody else go? You know what I mean? C Murder in Jail. Silk Don't Rap. Mystical went to jail for a little bit. He came back. They didn't sign that nigga. Mia X, she's a college professor now. She got to talk to her. She teaches music at, I think, Columbia or something. I forget, but yeah.
Black girl, what you gonna do?
Shit. Yeah, I can't know nobody doing their thing right now. No Limit.
I'm going Cash Money.
I gotta go Cash Money, man.
Back That Ass Up will always be
That is
the
100% club banger. Before you hear Make Them Say or anything like that in the club, you will always hear Back That Ass Up.
Man, when that beat drop, before the words come on and you hear that, you already know. You better, girl, get to the dance. Like, you already know.
With a 99 2000.
Yeah, man.
Girl, you working with you know that one.
Cash Money kind of like smoked them with just Back That Ass Up. I'll put
a
lot of songs up on No Limit versus Back That Ass Up, and they all get smoked pretty much. You know what I mean? One hit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, that album
What you
and that
need for
song was
hot girl.
That was special. Like, obviously, that's like the best record between both of them. Like, obviously, none of them motherfuckers touching that. I don't ever think. I mean, Wayne has been big, but like, I don't ever think any of Wayne's records truly had the impact that record had at that time.
Okay, I was about to say.
No, because like Carter and all that, like, yeah, it's well regarded, but if you really want to compare, like 400 Degrees was everywhere. Like, that shit 100%. Was on some crazy shit. So, like, I'm not saying that it's necessarily better than everything Wayne's ever done, but if you look at the impact, it ain't ever close.
That's very, very true. Very, very true. That one Juvenile song can blow both the catalogs of Prime, No Limit, Prime, Cash Money out the water.
Like, that one album, like 98, 99, other than like DMX, maybe Jay-Z, like Juvenile. Like, that was his year. Yeah, that was his year. Because, you know, Project English didn't do so great, but then 400 Degrees comes around.
and shut shit down with that. Back that ass up and the
Ha.
yeah, there you go. You will be the cheese. You know what I mean? That shit right there.
Yeah,
That shit, he was going off. He was going off.
And I think that's when
I get
like
that.
everything just kind of fell into place for Cash Money. It was the right album, the right artist, right production, because like it was different. You know,
And
it
right
didn't
at the
matter.
right
It
time.
didn't matter where you were in the country, especially if you weren't in the South. It was different. It was like, what is that?
Right.
So yeah.
And it was
Um,
definitely at the right time where the transition to women looking like Ally McBeal, and that was considered, you know, the top tier of, you know, the attractiveness of a woman to, you know what I mean, full figured and curvy women were just starting to get appreciated, if you ask me.
Hmm.
I mean,
yeah.
because and the prime example of that is Lady of Rage. And I say that because in the Steve Harvey show where she played
Oh,
Coretta and when she played Baby
yeah.
D, she's actually pretty beatable by today's standards. But back then, she wasn't as appreciated as much. You feel me? Because she
Yeah.
was a bigger girl.
Figure.
But
Hmm.
if she was in today's standards coming up like that, boy, she'd get taken down. She probably had 6, 7 kids right now by somebody.
Yeah. If you wasn't a size 0, like you wasn't getting no love type shit. Pretty
Right.
much.
I mean, you had some that was like Missy, Queen Latifah. You had some of them that was getting some love because you couldn't deny their talent. Like,
Well, no, like
Exactly.
I'm just talking about the general pressures of
yeah,
a celebrity. Like, yeah, like their talent just was just undeniable, but like even with that said, they weren't viewed as like the
Sex
it
symbol.
girls. You know what I
yeah, they
mean?
weren't
Like,
like sexy. Yeah,
and like, yeah, you're not supposed to, you know, judge somebody off of their looks, but like think about how many opportunities they missed just because they didn't fit that mold.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then look at Lil Kim, who did fit the mold at the time.
I mean,
Right.
even all
And
that
now
little
she
Kim
looks
did,
completely different.
yeah. Even with little
Okay.
Kim though, like she didn't fit that mold per se. Like, and she
She
had
wasn't
to
overly
go.
thick.
Yeah, but like she wasn't
A
like
lot of
a.
it was her raunchiness too, though.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
had
At
to
that
go
time, it was like that's
completely.
not ladylike.
Yeah, she had to go crazy with it. But yeah, for me, I'll probably go No Limit, honestly, for the simple
What?
fact that they was making money. They was making real money,
Yeah.
and I guarantee you, they probably got more money than some of them Cash Money artists. Even though Cash Money was bigger, some of them No Limit, like if obviously if the No Limit motherfuckers didn't, you know, fuck they shit up, but like they got money. So and that's kind of why
Mhm.
it died down because motherfuckers got comfortable, started living life. Whereas your boy Birdman, he was just getting everybody's checks. So
Yeah, that is what happened. And that the fall of Cash Money is when everybody left. Wayne is very, very vocal about that shit. That everybody left and left him by himself on Cash Money. That's, you know, I mean, that was kind of like the downfall. And that was because Birdman was out there just sitting on everybody's money and not breaking bread. Whereas P, he paid everybody, but then he didn't do nothing else with them.
they didn't need to. They got their money. I mean, yeah, obviously they because what I don't think Cash Money could touch what No Limit did when they did it because No Limit literally was dropping album after album every week. And then they would do all these shows to support it. So like it was a lot. It was like an assembly line where you're
Yeah.
dropping all these artists every week. And I mean, they made good money. Let's be real. Like that model worked. I feel like P was more innovative and just a better and savvy business mind compared
Well,
to
yeah.
Birdman. Like
Well,
Birdman,
what he
yeah, he
do?
knows the business, but like I don't think he can touch P as far as like the outside shit.
Yeah, you got a lot
Because
of
look,
stuff.
if you put we can do a real quick this or that baller blocking versus I got the hookup. You gonna go? I got the hookup. There's no comparison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even know if you've seen baller blocking.
I don't even think I have.
Exactly.
And if I
It's
did, it wasn't in full.
it's another hood classic. that you had to be up on. That was the Cash Money's answer to Hot Boys, actually. I know you've seen Hot Boys.
Yeah.
All right. That was the one with Silk, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Doing his
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And baller blocking was supposed to be the answer to that, like Cash Money's answer to Hot Boys, because they knew they couldn't fuck with I Got the Hookup. I Got the Hookup is a hood classic to this day. You know what I mean? They call him, he toots it pop that jailhouse.
They got Foolish. Like, P was doing a lot of stuff.
A lot of shit. And he was coming out of his own pocket producing classics, which is very, very unheard of.
And he was getting a lot of people paid and getting them their biggest paydays up until that point.
Did you watch the Vlad TV interview where Eddie Griffin said his biggest check came from Master P?
Yeah, he said he gave him his first $1 million check.
Mm-hmm. He said, you believed in us. You gave us a chance at your show to come up there and do our thing. I'm going to believe in you. Here's a check. Go get me a movie script. He's like, I got one right now. Shot to the crib, got Foolish, and gave it to P, and they made it happen. That's crazy to me.
I'm saying.
That's fucking nuts.
He had a whole sports
sports
management. Remember that? No Limits Sports Agency.
I didn't go so well, but I mean, he tried.
He did it. He did it.
Yeah.
It's just like the expansion of what he dabbled in was just amazing.
Yeah.
And just his mindset in that is pretty great.
That one, Marley. You could have let that one live, brother, but you know.
For a second, he's a devil.
That was Ricky Williams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Little Bow Wow came out, was killing it. What was his answer? I'm gonna throw my son out there. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. It wasn't Little Bow Wow status, but Little Romeo had a little run. He had a little run.
He had a little run. You know what I mean? But Bow Wow was just, it was something different about him at that age. You know what I mean? He got the
braids. He was cute. The light bright eye. The little dance. Like, come on now. That was
always on 106 in Park. Like he got a lot of exposure, Lil Bow Wow did, versus Romeo. You know, he got a show. He did get a show on Nickelodeon. They gave him a whole syndicated TV show for a little bit, but other than that, his music, you know, it was what it was. Teen pop, you know what I mean? Everybody knew he was just, everybody just knew that was Master P's son. And that's why you wanted to look at the show or pay attention to Romeo. Like,
he got them checks though, but
he did get them checks. And then he started ICDC College, or
he was a spokesperson, yeah. But like P, he just
feel bad about themselves for sitting on the couch like that nigga from Everest.
P was just one of the most brilliant minds in hip hop because like he just took it from the streets and he worked his way up, and he did it with a business mind from day one. Like, I mean, Birdman, I don't want to discredit him, but like he's more of a street dude that kind of applied the street game to the boardroom. You know what I mean? So I mean, there's levels to it.
True.
So I mean, I want to get my money, but then I also want the guidance of this brilliant mind. Like, hey, how can I flip this? How can I make this, you know, more? Because this music shit ain't gonna last. As you can see,
that's Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
the music shit ain't gonna last. Tell that to Lil Wayne. But again, Wayne got fucked over by Cash Money too for a whole 7 years, from 2013 to 2019. When the Carter 5 dropped, was that 19?
Yeah. Mystical, he won it off of No Limit. They let him go. And he had his biggest album after that.
And then he got arrested for rape.
Peace.
Yikes.
P saved Snoop from death row when he was broke.
Yes, he did.
Like, Snoop wouldn't ever be Snoop without Master P. So it's just like Master P wasn't trying to hold people captive. He was just trying to build his people up. And I always thought that was cool of him.
I still want to know if Suge was afraid of P for whatever reason. Because he said he got him at him like a man. You know what I mean? So what does that entail? Did they get on it about some gangster shit?
Well, no, at the time Suge Knight was going through a parole violation and he was just in a hard spot anyway. So, I mean, I think he realized it and just said, whatever, like, let me name a number and keep it moving.
Yeah, so that was some big ups on P, man, to go get this man out of his situation.
Yeah.
You know, Snoop wasn't comfortable at Death Row after Pac died, man.
Yeah, so
because apparently on the plane to Vegas, actually, they had just finished beefing on the plane. Like they wasn't even talking to one another. And Snoop said he fell asleep, but he had his knife on him, like out, like tucked under his shirt, kind of like he had his shirt, like he had his knife under that just in case these niggas was trying to get him. That's how nervous he was around them niggas. He needed to get up out of there. Which, okay, we get you, Snoop. Like, but you know what I mean? What did you do to get to that situation? He don't say that part, but you know, it is what it is. It's always two sides to a story.
Yeah, he didn't want to drink no piss no more. What can I say?
Fuck out of here, man.
But hey,
Chris wasn't even affiliated with Death Row, man.
Hey, come on now, dog. But hey, that's another story to tell.
Man,
but yeah,
where you going with it, motherfucker? I know where you're going, and look, it's Death Row around this bit. I'm always gonna pick Death Row.
But yeah,
I don't like that name.
Brother with No Limit.
I don't like that name.
Yeah,
I'm still picking Cash Money, just because of the music they put out was generous. It travels the generation so far. It's doing really well.
I'm going with Cash Money. Until you can make something bigger than back that ass up, I ain't gonna tell you. I'm still backing this ass up. Like
Cash Money.
You're partying to that song, Come On. It ain't jumping to that song, Come On. Just saying.
It is right there.
And I feel like it's gotten the most, probably in my eyes, like longevity. When you look at who it is, like, and who spirals from within that. Just kind of looking at like, even like the new age stuff, you got Nicki Minaj, Drake, it's a couple other people that are newer age that are in that, and their careers are still, you know, their stuff is still long going. So I like that aspect of it. Besides back that ass up, so I'm going Cash Money.
And there you go.
All right. Yep. And that is all I have.
All right. Well, shit. I guess that wraps up yet another episode. What that is, people? Is that 41?
Yep.
41. We moving and grooving, pumping and jumping out this motherfucker, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. It's been your boy, Just Lando, with my main people. I can't say how much I love these two. Go ahead and give you out your outros, y'all, before I hit them with the good stuff.
Marlon and Team Pepto-Bismol. For them hoes that get knots in their stomach from seeing you shining. Always use Pepto.
Not the knots in the stomach from seeing you shining. Somebody sponsor this man, okay? Somebody sponsor him.
Let's look at him with your outro, please.
You just never know what to expect with him. You just don't. But I love it. I love it. But shoot, you know, peace, love, and harmony to everybody out there. It's your girl, Miss Coco. Love you all.
All right, man. And, you know, thank y'all for tuning in again. Mr. Marlon, take us home because we out of this jank.
Y'all take care and don't be out here with your meat out and expect it not to be sent, you know, all through the Twitters and the Googles. However the old people say. You ain't my pappy now. Peace.